Hi, everybody. Thanks for listening to The Fate of Isen. This is Book 2, Chapter Earth, Episode 31, The Earth Stone. This episode was live-streamed on our Twitch channel on Wednesday, 22nd of November, 2023. If you want to watch our adventures live and take part in the chat while you're at it, make sure you're following us over on twitch.tv/Fate of Isen so you don't miss out. And if you do need to get new dice, face it, of course you do. Make sure you head on over to our partners, funrolldice.com, and use the promo code Fate of Isen to get 10% off your entire order. And here's the recap. So, our dear boy Hamlet was kind of absent-minded last time. The moment he woke to all his senses, he saw a little Dexter trapped in a big creepy flower, Granny all caught up in some vines, unable to do anything at all, and badly swallowed by a mantrap. Oh my goodness, and none of this is at all Granny's fault. But good news is, the Earthstone is right there. Just right there within our grasp.
Yes. Okay, so let's talk about where we found everybody.
Why do we not? Why don't we just live in a beautiful reality where we are not currently getting eaten by plant creatures? What if we do that?
Can we start again?
Can we do a fun bottle
that
episode
just
where we
means
just
that those
like
plant
hang
creatures just kind of poisoned us and we're delirious.
Well, I mean, honestly, my backup plan for if you guys all die in this episode is that next fortnight we would just hang as friends while we make new characters, I guess. So, let's see if that happens next month.
Can we do an episode? Can we do an episode following the Dexter's life flashing before his eyes?
Yes.
And just detail his life up until the point that he...
Yes. But it's a play put on by the acting group in honor of everyone's favorite boy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so let's talk about where we found our heroes last time. Our sidebar adventurers are currently in Dexter's home? Monastery, where they had followed the clues from Lakeside Hospital to obtain the Earthstone. Nurse Nahi had let them know that the Earthstone was here, and there seemed to be something wrong with the hospital in the terms of the way that the nurses were able to action things and what was happening with the gunk that they took out of patients as they healed them, which was once a healing fluid for the earth and now seems to be toxic. Everything has flipped, and she's not exactly sure why, but she figures it's got something to do with that Earthstone, which she gave to Abbot Peak to study in the monastery and maybe fix and maybe figure out why it wasn't working as well as it used to. He took it to his home, where unfortunately Mr. Kane, a leader of the, what's that group called again? I really should know this.
Crimson
This is the
Line.
thing I should know. Thank you, Crimson Line. Leader of the Crimson Line, my brain just did not want to give me that, has taken over this particular monastery because it seems to be the only place that is currently green and growing in the nearby vicinity. In fact, in a lot further afield than he even knows. The land is dying everywhere, and something has gone wrong. But the monastery seems to be remaining green, and he would like to capitalize on that fact. So when our adventurers, the Sidebars, got there and alerted themselves by setting fire to most of the crops of maize, he captured them and basically got them to agree, well, got Dexter to agree to find whatever it was that was keeping the monastery green and growing and let Mr. Kane capitalize on said thing. Their investigations led them into this greenhouse, where they find themselves under attack from a greenhouse which has suddenly got quite savage and feral, much more so than it used to be. It used to be this beautiful tropic, a place to hang out of leisure and warmth and just beautiful flowers everywhere. Suddenly it has become aggressive and hostile. And our poor Sidebars find themselves in quite a spot. For the last few episodes, they have been trying to fight their way through this plant life, and we find Granny still trapped in those assassin vines, gripping her with a deathly grip. Bardley indeed got swallowed by a man trap on the ground and managed to just cut their way out of the inside of this thing. And, Hamlet and Dexter find themselves in a deadly battle with a corpse flower that has grown out of the chest of Abbot Peak himself, who seemingly died here, and something has happened to make this creature grow out of his chest cavity, which is now trying to swallow our poor Dexter, who is unconscious on 2 successful death saves and 1 failed death save inside the stomach of this creature, facing its stomach acid, which is about to injure him in any moment. The stakes have never been higher for the Sidebars. And even me, I'm rooting for them. But I don't know how they're going to get out of this. This is up to my players. So, with that, our first hero to act in this moment, probably thinking about everything that has just happened to him, mainly being killed by this thing and then propped back to life with some emergency healing, is Hamlet.
You can do it, Hamlet.
Okay.
You can do it, Kismet.
Keep going. If you power me up like Tinkerbell, I'm gonna, first and foremost, I'm gonna use Second Wind. And regain 1d10 plus 3 HP.
Makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
13 hit points incoming.
Come on.
You believe.
So that's 6 hit points. I've got another 6 hit points. Woo! Okay.
So what does that put you on, like 11?
Yep. I'm on 11 hit points. Want to get a lay of the land, because this next turn is going to be so important, because if we don't do something before the corpse flower's turn, it's going to perma-kill Dexter.
Yes.
So,
for those playing along at home, when you take damage, when you are unconscious, it is 2 death fails. And Dexter is currently on 1 already, and we all know what happens when you get to 3.
Just one I prepared earlier.
Could I request a run it back of the order, please? So it's me and then who?
Oh, that's metagaming.
Okay, but also we would know. Okay. Come on, throw me a bone.
You do know it's a couple of you, and then the man trap seemed to act, and then it was Bardley, and then it was the rest of it. So you kind of know it sort of goes in there.
You could see Granny readying something.
Come on. So.
Yeah, out of the corner of your eye, you can see Granny getting ready to do something and Bardley getting ready to do something.
Okay. Want to get a lay of the land.
Okay.
There's the kind of path that I'm on, yeah?
Yeah. Well, vague path, because it's still quite overgrown and everything, but as you can actually see a bit of a path, a clear path to the pedestal, which has the stone on it. You don't know what it is, but you assume you know what it is.
We assume that the fancy stone on the pedestal is the one that we've been chasing.
Currently, the corpse flower is in between you and Sad.
Oh, of course it is. Okay. How far between the stone and I?
me, the stone and I?
Me, the stone and I.
Stoney and me.
I believe we said last time it was 30 foot away.
It's 30 feet away? Okay.
Yeah.
If I go for the stone, and I know this is metagaming a little bit, but if I go for the stone, does that count as entering and leaving the corpse flowers?
Well, it'll count as leaving, because you're already in, because it hit you not that long ago. So, yeah. But it definitely counts as leaving.
Cool. This is important, so I just want to get the details.
Yes.
So I would take an opportunity attack if I went for the stone and nothing else.
Yes, because I'm
Cool.
assuming that you want to go the full 30 feet and remembering that this is difficult terrain. So normally I would say to you things like you could disengage as an action in order to not take the opportunity attack, but I am
couldn't do
assuming that
because
you...
it's a dash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Real helmet's choice.
All right. Okay, it's a real helmet's choice.
Yeah.
What a good movie.
I'm crying a little.
I rate
My-
9 on IMDb.
Okay. First thing I would like to do is first thing I'd like to do is roll an Arcana check
Okay. Yeah.
on the stone.
See what's going on here.
Yeah. I want to let people following at home know that my Arcana is -1.
Okay.
But let's figure it out anyway. That's a 7.
Wow. Okay. The stone definitely feels magic-y.
Okay.
It is,
Nah, I'm-
and in honesty, you're not really sure how to describe it, but it feels warm and fuzzy, but also there's something weird going on there. Like, yeah, there's little bits of warm fuzzy, and you feel like that's magic, but then there's something else that you didn't roll high enough to understand.
Okay, so it feels like there's some kind of additional force at play.
Something. It's-
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. All right.
I know that's not a
Um,
lot of information, but a 7 is not a
that's
high
okay.
roll.
Yeah, nah, that's cool. That's totally fine.
It's definitely magic.
What isn't totally magic in this room right now? Could I?
Well,
am I allowed
that's
to
a
do, I can
great
do another skill?
question, actually, because
Okay.
Yep.
Could I do another check? Like a skill check?
talk to me. What are we doing? Because you're like putting out your senses towards the stone to feel if you
Yes.
can feel some kind of a magic aura or sense something. Is this looking like a magic stone? You're not particularly magic yourself, so that's why I'm giving this to you, as there's a warm and fuzzy feeling coming off this thing, but also something else. That's why you can't figure out like what school or that kind of
Makes
stuff.
sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay.
So yeah, talk to me about what you're doing.
Very limited information I have to go on if I feel like something has interfered with this stone, and I feel as though physical interference with it may change it. However, I think first and foremost, I want to get my buddy to safety.
Okay.
Can I see any part of Dexter? Or is he fully in this flower?
No, so we did say that Dexter is being sort of gently placed on top of Abbott Peak. Now, if you remember, Abbott Peak is currently with his head upside down, backwards, kind of looking at you, sort of like that Halloween thing where he's like, "Wah," you know. So presumably Dexter's face is also right here.
I'm
Okay.
running with my homie.
Yeah.
So I can see Dexter's face.
Yes.
Is it like in something? Or is it like theoretically I could reach out and touch it?
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, a corpse flower at the bottom is actually a whole lot of massive vines that's sort of pulling it in. So, yeah, it's sort of picture loads of vines and petals and leaves weaving over the top of him, forming this
You just
mass.
have to relax, Harry.
I will say, if you grab Dexter and then just chuck him, that doesn't provoke an opportunity attack.
Also, if you chuck him, he might take bludgeoning damage.
Oh no, do not do it! Wait, I thought it was like swampy vegetation.
I
Isn't that why it's
cast
difficult to
Featherfall
raid?
on Dexter before
Okay,
he hits
roll
me.
him away nicely.
I want to quickly, within
Just
reason,
step him across.
consult. I want to, within reason, consult the rest of my team.
Okay. 6-second team, you reach out, you feel something weird and fuzzy, you're confused by that. You look over your shoulder, you see Granny prepping something, grappled by vines. Bardley has pulled themselves out of the middle of a trap and is trying to help. Did some healing to you, actually, so it's probably right in your face. Yeah,
It was a
that's
healing
the
word. I just
situation.
yelled. Be well.
Could, This is the last thing I'm going to do. Last thing, I just want to quickly look around.
I mean, this is
the
important.
Space.
Yeah.
This is important. This is so important. Can I look around the space around? Sorry, I'm taking so long. Around the stone to see if there is any indication. Because I'm kind of focusing on the stone anyway.
Yeah.
Can I also do quick investigate? See if there is any visual signs of maybe other vines moving towards a certain location. Is there foliage that is disturbed? Is there like any visual things that I can note? Are there like a plumage particularly strong in one area? I just want to see if there is another point of focus in the foliage other than the stone.
I got you. Okay. Yep. Roll it up.
Cool.
More like the
I'm using my
foliage,
dice this
am I
time.
right, guys? Because
Got him.
fools.
I hear only fools rush in.
Russian fools.
That's an 11.
Okay. You don't see anything else particularly that looks like it's either a threat right now or looks like it would make your life more difficult. Any of those kind of things. With an 11, it doesn't look like anything else is around this pedestal, like it trusted in what it already had to be enough.
I'm going to leave it to the dice. I'm going to roll. If it's even, I'm going to go for the stone. If it's odd, I'm going to try save Dexter.
Okay.
This is like a choose your own adventure book.
This is so scary. I've not felt this scared playing Dungeons and Dragons ever. This is the most
Kia ora.
stressed I have been playing a game.
Kia ora. Welcome
Okay.
to the Fate of Isen podcast. Subscribe to our Patreon.
Oh, Dexter. Okay. I know what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Is Hamlet getting
The dice have
Is
spoken.
Hamlet getting stoned? Is Hamlet grabbing boy?
I'm going to run up to the corpse flower,
You're already there?
Yep.
reach inside, and see if I can wrench Dexter out of the jowls
Okay.
of this creature.
Roll me that athletics check.
Jesus, I am
And
scared.
you're not rolling Arcana.
I got a natural 20! That's ridiculous.
Okay.
That is ridiculous.
Let's
Okay.
go, the boys!
Yes. All right.
So an unnatural 25.
Yep. Okay. The dice have spoken, and they want you to be holding Dexter.
Yeah.
I obey the dice at all times.
The dice is our leader. The dice decides who will stay
Yep.
and who will go.
Okay.
So you know it pretty much had to be that.
Yep. Yeah, okay, cool. I wrench Dexter out of the jowls of the corpse flower.
The jowls.
The jowls.
Dexter flops
And-
loosely, like bad fettuccine.
And I would like to maneuver myself around the other side of the corpse flower and then sort of protect, like really, really hold on to Dexter.
Okay. All
Just
right.
like, I'm on the, so I'm moving around, so I'm not leaving
Yes, you're not leaving.
the area.
Yep.
So I'm a little bit closer to the stone, but I'm also
Yeah.
gripping Dexter as hard as I can. Cool.
Okay. Granny, you're
All right,
up.
that's me. That's me.
Okay.
And there are also a few tears rolling down Hamlet's cheek as he holds his best friend in his arms.
Oh, friends, not lackey. It's a moment, guys.
And that's the first time he acknowledged to himself that this is his best
Lucky
friend.
Yeah, why are you doing it while I'm unconscious, you bastard? I can't believe it.
Live, you
Dexter can
fool!
never know.
Live!
I can never know. As soon as Dexter gets back up, like, no, I didn't say that.
Holy mackerel. I mean, just regular mackerel. I would like to confirm. Have you, Helmut? Have you confirmed? Have you communicated your observations to us?
Oh, yeah. I'll yell. The stone is magic. There's something weird going on. But that's all I can see.
Yep.
So helpful.
The stone is magic. There's something else going on, but that's all I can see.
DM, may I just look at the stone with my trained eyes? And
Okay.
see if I
Do a perception check.
perception. I was thinking magicking, but perception's fine too, actually. Okay.
Oh, right. Did you want to do an arcana or I will?
I just rolled
Or
perception
are
already.
you going more with your like
I was
druidy? Yeah. Okay.
okay. I rolled a 22 in perception. Just wondering, what's he seeing? Yeah.
So, Granny, as you look at this stone and you're kind of standing there and you're thinking about everything, you're grabbed by these vines and you're like, why am I, being attacked by vines? Like, why is this happening? Like, looking at the stone on this pedestal, it's quite clear that whatever is happening is protecting the stone. So potentially something set this up to be protected, or that something knows the stone is currently threatened. Who is it feeling threatened by? Well, maybe you just stumbled in here, like you're kind of like looking at all of this with your nature sort of, if a wolf was protecting pups, it would protect
That'd
from...
keep them away from Marley.
Yeah, they would. But they would protect pups from everything until they felt like the danger was over, right? Like, they wouldn't stop protecting until they felt like they were safe.
Okay.
Maybe I can charm the rock.
Maybe you can charm the rock. I was thinking...
Dwayne?
Talking is not an action, right? I can talk to the stone and then still do my thing.
Yeah.
Sure. Like... F
Have a cheeky corridor.
mean you no harm.
How are you going to convince it you mean it no harm?
And I just, if I was struggling against the vines, I stop. I think I was.
Okay.
You start
so you're
kissing
going.
the vines.
Yeah, I do like pat.
Yeah, you're going. You're yelling at a stone and trying to cast like a persuasion at its direction. Like, I don't mean you harm. I'm going to stop struggling.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That is
Persuade away.
13. Not a great number, but not the lowest.
Okay.
Anyway. Right. And anything happen? Or?
You don't know yet.
And I will... Oh my god.
What we do?
Oh, this is so nerve-wracking. So I don't want to hurt it, but I'm just going to quickly turn into a medium spider, so maybe things will fall off me.
Yeah.
And
yes, I think that's a fair statement. If you're going to, because the vines are holding you sort of around your granny type body. If you're just suddenly a spider, you will fall to the ground, and this, you're right, soft, springy soil that is making it difficult to walk in as a spider.
And I would like to walk...
Instantly freeing yourself.
Since we have rescued Dexter, I probably want to be next to him to protect him and cast some healing on him when we get there.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
I'm about to die in Hamlet's arms tonight.
No!
It's good to know that you're also just
Die
on
in your
top of me.
arms tonight.
I'm walking
I believe as a spider you're not going to have any problems with this terrain either, so you can just scuttle right on over there.
Spiders do be scuttling.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if this
They
is the
never
right
do that.
choice. Because does anyone else have healing?
Yeah.
Bradley does, but you do.
No.
Okay, maybe I should just go to the stone. No.
I also have high persuasion and arcane and
Okay.
daggers that I can throw. So I do have options.
I say in spider. Don't
All I'm saying, if we
harm
need to get rid of the stone,
him.
maybe we can just a well aimed dagger.
I would say probably Granny's instinct would be to go save the grandchild. So
Yeah.
she's gonna go to the boys.
Okay. You scuttle on over to the boys
Yeah.
where you see Hamlet with tears dripping down his cheeks, protecting fiercely Dexter against the, whipping vines of this yellow flower, holding Abbot Peak's body tight.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that all these things noticed I didn't attack them. I just went, just feeling like, oh, calm your. I was gonna swear I didn't Thank you.
Yeah.
Calm your behinds, dear vines. I'm just here to, do granny things.
As a swear.
It's fine. Anyway.
The man trap has a go. And where we left this creature is sort of together and up in all of its leaves together like a fly trap that is trapped, snapped its trap. And so it sort of has a go. It peels back its top, piece of its bud, and a little, weird tongue, but that's also just, a piece of the flower kind of comes out flapping in the direction of Bardley, and just sort of it's trying to, I don't know, sniff you or something. And just kind of weirdly flapping its weird petal flower
it's a big
things in
plant
your direction.
dog.
Yeah.
Like a wolf would do with its pups.
And Bardley, it's your go.
Okay, so I have questions.
Yes.
Number 1, can we tell what material the stone is made out of? I know it's stone. Does it look like it's granite, like a hard stone, or does it look like it's... We've had people do perception checks who are knowledgeable about nature.
Yes.
Yeah, what kind of stone is it?
It doesn't look like something you would see on this, easily on the surface, something that would come up when you're tilling in a farm, or it very much looks like something that's been under a lot of pressure. It's quite a dark stone, so more akin to almost a coal or an obsidian, or a a dark hard looking rock.
Okay.
And very very smooth and round.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a greenhouse. Are there greenhouse supplies in the greenhouse?
There were back where you were.
Like fertilizer and chemicals and stuff?
So not right here, but yeah.
So if I had a
Build a
candle,
bomb? What are you up to?
and I potentially set a fire in the greenhouse.
Okay.
That
Interesting
could be
choice, but okay.
Did Granny?
Yeah.
Did Granny?
I mean,
communicate?
everybody is in here. That might be a. Yep.
Granny,
I
did you
get glass
communicate
explodes
anything
when
that
it's
you
hot.
learnt to us?
Yeah, did
Okay.
Granny communicate anything to you?
Well,
That's a
I
great
loudly
question.
yelled at
Because
the
it feels
stone
like there was
saying
some
we're not
importance.
harming you.
Yeah,
we mean
you
you're
would
not
have
harmed.
yelled that quite loudly,
Yeah.
and you don't really know what happened. You don't really feel much in return at the moment.
Yeah,
so.
but I did yell that.
Yeah, but you did hear Granny say that.
I would like
I mean,
to
still your choice.
attempt to do a couple of checks, if possible.
Okay.
I would love to
Yeah.
also try an Arcana check on the stone.
Okay.
And while I'm doing that, I might also try and persuade the stone that we're pretty good and we're quite nice.
Okay. So, yep. So tell me what this looks like as you're reaching out towards this stone.
I
'Cause
enter
you,
my mind palace, and in my
Yeah.
mind palace, I'm viewing the stone, and I'm just thinking happy, positive thoughts, but I'm also like, what is the magic going on here? The tendrils of my mind, but it's like they're little, they're tendrils, but they're little notes. Like if it was animated, it would be like little notes going along and into the stone to try and figure out the magic of it, and then I'm also like, it's kind of singing a little song like, oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, Stony, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Like that. And
Okay, cute.
so I'm going to roll for that.
Okay.
Just
Yeah,
all
can
of
I get
that.
that check?
Yeah, just that.
Just every skill.
Every skill. No, I'll do Arcana. That's 21 for the Arcana check.
Okay.
And
Okay.
It says on here that I have, because I'm a jack of all trades, I can
Yes.
add half my proficiency bonus to any ability check.
If you're using D&D Beyond, it's automatically calculated.
Oh, great. That's awesome. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
I
should
was
be a
just like-
half-coloured circle next to it.
Oh, I see you.
That
I
denotes
see you.
half proficiency.
Okay,
Yes.
great. Well, I'll do persuasion then for... Oh, no. Okay, so I got a 15. Oh wait, no, it's a 7. Okay, I thought it was a 1. Right, yes, I got a 15.
Okay, cool. All All right, let's deal with the Arcana check first. You reach out towards this thing and the way that you connect with your magic, which has always been through song, through music, through lyrics, through, but basically that musicality that you carry within you all the time. And you reach that towards the stone, trying to see if you can connect to it somehow.
Vibrate on its frequency. Do you know, that's a thing with stones as well. That they vibrate.
And what you get back...
They vibrate on certain frequencies.
Sorry.
You can play music through them. Anyway.
Yeah, so what you get back initially feels warm, and then you feel fear. Rush through you. From the rock. Like fear, like very strongly. And then there is also this high element to it, like this purity of feeling, which is like nothing you've ever known before. It's like touching something endless.
So I touch...
Like something well beyond yourself, something like... It's like you have answers right at your fingertips to anything, but you don't have the question, So like you're kind of... It's a very odd feeling as you connect with the stone. But initially you feel warmth, then fear, and then just almost an otherworldliness.
Something older than Granny.
Okay, I'm getting stoned.
Ancient.
I'm still mad about you dealing me damage.
Granny moves away from Dexter's though.
Spider someone out.
Okay.
And then when you try and persuade it, and you're like, we're fine, because you've woven that into the music, so you're like, we're good, we're fine, we're not trying to, you still get that sort of sense of like that fear, like that, like a want to trust, but just like so much. Yeah.
If this has sentient thought, then does it count as a creature? Do the plants count as creatures?
No.
Okay.
You definitely feel like the stone is controlling them, though.
So, but it's not a creature. The stone isn't.
No, the stone is not a creature. But
So I
you
can't
definitely
charm it.
feel a connection from the stone to these plants.
Okay. I'm gonna do something crazy.
Why stop now?
Why stop now? I'm gonna cast Healing Word on the stone.
Okay.
I go, rock! Like...
Stone raises an eyebrow.
That's the healing word. And it does 6 healing.
What did you say? You rock? To the stone.
Just rock. Just
rock.
Just rock. Like the power of rock. Heavy metal, yeah. Rock.
Is healing word genuinely just one word?
I don't. It's what I've
Does it
decided.
have to be only one?
Yeah, for flavour.
It's the thing that I've decided to go with. Wait, did I take the thing too literally? Me, the neurodivergent?
I always ask people, like, what is your healing word?
Yeah, I like it.
Like, what word are you choosing?
Sometimes a word can be multiple words. That doesn't matter.
Yeah, the description just says you heal it. This is just for fun.
And then I guess as a bonus action,
Okay.
I'll do it again, but for myself.
What you guys can't see is I'm just posting a wee picture of our stone for...
Oh,
Aw, I want to see the picture of the stone.
I also healed myself.
I love pictures of rocks.
Yeah. I drew it. Be nice. So, as you reach out this healing word to the stone, you feel a drop in fear, a drop in the aura of the environment around you. The vines seem to drop away from you, Granny, and part a little bit. The corpse flower that is right next to you seems to just kind of stand down, and the man trap in the middle of the room sort of like hangs one of its leaves open, like now it is a giant panting dog, just you know, and
Is it the one with the giant gash through the middle
Yes.
of it? Or?
Yep.
Cool.
and you feel like something wants to talk to you. Badly.
Me? I'm listening. Yes?
Yeah. It's and you hear hello.
Yes. Hi. Yes. Hi.
Say but do you remember? Yeah.
21st night, September?
And then sort of nothing, like it cuts out. Like, again, it's that sense of like, as the voice kind of cuts, you feel like a real sense of loss.
Yeah.
Like something was so close to understanding, to connection, to like, it was something huge, something massive, and it just evaporated. But the stone itself feels warm and friendly and almost beckoning.
Can I wander up to it?
Yeah.
I wander up to pet the stone.
Okay.
I ask
you
permission
can-
before I touch it as well. I'm like, do you mind? Just give you a little
Yeah.
pet. Yeah.
You die.
You go to pet the stone, yeah, and it just continues to feel warm and friendly. By the way, Dexter, roll a death saving throw because nobody's healed you. Right?
Okay.
Oh man!
I'm going to
no!
heal him.
You had a healing word. You had a healing word.
I did one for me.
You did.
Had one on yourself.
Well, okay. Technically, and some DMs are stickler, you cannot cast 2 spells in one turn. And then
It's a bonus.
spell in-
It's a bonus action spell. It's like one of mine.
No,
it don't matter.
This is no.
Well, you've let
because
me do it
Dexter's turn would have come around while all of this was happening. Because remember, turns are only 6 seconds. So
What about
That is 2 failures.
what happens
Okay.
if my tears hit his cheek?
yeah. So
My cheeks are wet. What do you want from me?
Yes, correct. But Granny is
What, does
standing
the
right
power
there.
of friendship mean nothing to
that's
you?
why
Pete?
Yeah,
I
correct.
imagine
There.
nothing is really happening, Hamlet. I imagine I'm not going to take your agency away from you, but I imagine you're kind of caught up in what.
Yeah, I haven't even noticed what's happening around me.
Yeah, Granny, you're right there
Yeah,
as a spider. You were running towards them. Yeah.
So, yeah, well, my point was that if I reach them, I turn back to Granny and do the broth. So, if that's all right, I would like to do that.
Absolutely.
So, I turn back into Granny with a broth bowl ready, and I stuff a spoonful of scalding liquid. Just, it just feels scalding, doesn't actually damage him. And heal him for 12 points. It's like, it's good pain. It's healing pain.
Okay.
I also reactively kind of pull him away as Granny comes near. Like I'm still
then I
so on
lick-
edge.
Yeah.
And then I realize
lick
it's Granny.
my finger and I fix his hair. As well.
Okay, and double
Yeah.
checking. You are healing Dexter and not Hamlet, right?
Dexter, yes. So that's the
I have to. Okay.
Yeah, roll another
as funny as
save.
that would be.
As the soup goes down into your dear boy, you just say. Did we do it?
But
What
and
happened?
Bardley is touching the stone. And what you see from the outside is like a sense of almost like euphoria, like nothing you've seen ever before on Bardley's face, because Bardley's not really there. Like you're touching the stone, and I'll tell you what's happening in a second. But you're just seeing like this, like blank kind of not there face on the outside. And Bardley, what you're seeing in your head is the fountain. Initially. So that same fountain that you saw when you came in, that beautiful, the joyful figures. You see the emerald-skinned elven woman with the long green hair and the green eyes, and just she's all dressed in clusters of vines. and then you see this ball of light, so bright it's actually hard to look at, but you see somehow there are 6 faces, heads, blended together somehow also in this creature. You see all these laughing faces, but unlike the fountain, they are no longer still. And as you touch the stone, you feel like it's the stone trying to project this into your mind as they like laugh and toss their hair and then like sparkle and bounce around, and you see these faces all kind of turn and they look like they're really happy. Like and they look like they're happy with you. Like you've done something, good. Even you are like, I don't know. Yeah. But like it's, you can see all of this, and then they sort of gesture behind them. And you realize you're not in the monastery. You're in this, like, other plane with, like, just sandy, like, expanses. And then there looks like there's mountains over there. And like, you're not familiar with this space. You've never seen it before. It looks like there's, like, cliff faces way off in the distance. And, and they gesture behind you. And they sort of gesture for you to come along. But it starts sort of getting blurry on the edges, and it looks like it's, going to fade, but you can see them still laughing. And
right. I'm like trying to run after them, like, no, come back.
Yeah. And that sort of like plays out as you touch the stone. And as you come back to yourself.
Snap back to reality.
Yeah. You feel that connection, that warmth, like, continue and sort of flow through you. And it seems like the stone has given something to you that we'll explore next time.
Is that a conclusion, or is there time? Do we go back out to the fountain?
Currently you find yourselves in there, but what would be your next...
Is the Earthstone still there?
Yeah, absolutely. Like now acting completely normal. I don't know. If you went and touched it again, it wouldn't give you more visions.
I want to chuck it in the bag of holding.
Yeah. It's just a cool stone with a cool rune on it,
Nice.
Yeah.
Is this the bag of holding that has stuff fall out of it?
Nothing's fallen out of it
You
yet.
don't know that.
Okay.
It could be cursed in a completely different way.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
Is the corpse flower doing anything?
Sitting there, and it looks like it's lowering slowly.
Do you think?
Am I able to, and we'll try not to be as graphic as this is going to sound, can I retrieve Abbot Peak?
Yeah, you can actually. And as you reach out to grab him, you see this corpse flower releases. The petals release from his chest, and they sort of peel off and like just kind of shrivel up. Like they're dying, because they're not connected to him anymore. But as you grab hold of his wrist, you are struck again.
He punches you.
Yeah. This time you see
try.
Yeah.
You take 1,000 damage.
Yeah, you're struck.
Can you make a death save?
You see not the Abbot Peak in front of you. Now, to be clear, it's almost like you close your eyes and see this. You see Abbot Peak. And he's alive. And in your vision. And he's smiling at you. And he looks, over his shoulder, and you see the fountain, or at least you thought it was the fountain, but you realize it's not the fountain, it's the 2 figures from the fountain. And he looks at you and he nods. And he gestures towards them. And you see that they're behind him with like a distance now, with like a massive sandy expanse in between him and them. And he tries to gesture something to you. Like, he's trying to point in their direction or trying to move in their direction, and then he tries to do a walking gesture. You suddenly understand he can't talk to you, but he's trying desperately to tell you something, and then he stops and he puts his hands together in a position you've never seen before and points them kind of together and grasps them together like this. And then gestures to you, and then crosses his hands over his heart. And then you see that vision kind of fade out. But just the last thing you hear before the vision fades out is, "Find them all, Dexter. Find them all."
The cloud
Wait,
cards?
he could talk?
It doesn't seem like his voice. There is just a voice that says, "Find them all, Dexter. Find them all." As everybody is currently going, "What do we do now?" And,
Yeah. The classic is, catch them all, Dexter. You've got to catch them all.
yeah.
You've got to be the very best. Okay. I'm still going to try to retrieve Abbot Peak down. He deserves a proper burial that isn't being attached to a weird corpse flower. At the same time, he takes a sleeve and just wipes some of the plant residue from his face. Looks just disheveled, weary, not having a good time. 1 star. Would not come back to the glass house.
Yeah.
I would tearily wiping. I'm sitting on some vines, wiping the tears away from my eyes. I go, so what? What was that? What happened? I missed a little bit. Did we get it?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
buddy.
I've been unconscious for... Wait, how long was I out for?
Oh, not long at all.
Don't
Nothing
worry about
happened
it.
at all.
And you really didn't go anywhere interesting either, so don't worry about where you went. when
Hey,
you were
everyone,
unconscious.
don't worry, it's fine. There's a fountain and a green elf lady and the desert.
Why was it attacked? Did we...
Wait, you saw that as well?
A desert.
What would blah?
Wait, what? What?
You saw
I'd
it
like
too?
to pull out some more broth and forcefully put it in Dexter's mouth again. Because this all sounds very concerning. That's level 2 healing again.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, 14.
Okay. 14 points of healing I take. Thank you. Full hit points.
I mean, I expect this from
Tonight
Badly,
way.
but Dexy dear, is everything okay? Did you hit your head as well?
I'll be honest with you, Granny. I've been better. This has been a lot.
Yes, dear. Come, lie down. I'll give you a little cuddle. I'm trying to hack Dexter. And I'm
Dexter's still holding the body of Abbot Peak, so you trying to go around the other side?
yes.
Okay.
I don't know if you're
Busting
struggling.
into
There.
busting into the glass house now because the plants have not actively restraining anybody.
Wait,
The door seems to be popping open like it hasn't
no.
before.
Oh no.
As
Oh,
all of
jeez.
as all of the soldiers piling in
Can
here,
I-
and Mr. Kane who says, "I wondered where he got to."
Oh. Me? Yeah, I wander off
No,
sometimes.
that dickhead. I stabbed him. He should have stayed well and good, but then he crawled off and he went and did.
But that's not a nice thing to do. Stab people in their own home.
Well, he wouldn't tell me why this place was growing. Did you figure it out yet?
We dispelled the evil magics, I say, using persuasion. We got rid of it. I don't think there's an issue anymore.
I believe badly, and I reiterate. Truly, honestly, believe in it. We dispelled the evil magics.
I would like to help.
Okay.
by
I rolled a
looking
23
convinced.
to persuade if we can.
Is this really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everything seems
So
sweet
what?
now.
You made this place useless? What? Everything's gonna grow now? What am I supposed to do with that?
Wait,
I
everything's
don't
gonna
know.
grow
The
now?
outcome's up to you, mate.
That's
yeah.
great.
We just solved the problem. We don't know the outcome of how that's going to affect everything else.
Yes, wait, why do you think everything's gonna grow?
Well, if, like, what was killing... I thought it was this place that was, like,
Oh, surely
special
not.
or something.
Nah.
Special how?
Like what?
Were you doing anything in particular?
And he's, well, I mean, I'm in charge here. And you can see all of his little soldierlings being
So
like...
Dexter's gonna like hold up a finger, just slowly put Abbot Peak down. It's like, yes, you are in charge here, and as somebody in charge, you have two options. Either we are leaving this place, and I never want to see your face ever again, or this will be your grave like it was Abbot Peak's. It is your decision.
We are very damaged. Very damaged.
And he looks at you, looks at everybody, you know, like standing there all tough, holding this corpse, like having been through hell and somehow surviving. And he goes, fine, you'll keep anyway. I know where you are. Just get out of here. If you've ruined everything, I don't want to see you.
Okie dokie, bye.
Wait, hold on, wait. Is there still gonna be like
Get
a plan?
out!
Oh, fine. Damn, I really wanted to see that.
And that's the last thing we hear our players say as they head running out the door at pace, past the playwrights who are confusedly wave and point at the wagon and donkeys which they saved for you guys, which you can saddle up and head out as we end Chapter Earth. Now, before you say, and that's the end of the episode, we leave this chapter, we leave our heroes, and we go somewhere else. We see a figure running over a desolate, sandy landscape. If you had had one of those visions, it would be familiar. They run towards a canyon, turns to a cliff face with a faint door outline. Looking around themselves for the first time, we glimpse a face. A face that none of our heroes would recognize. But our heroes of Book 1 would. We see the face of Haded. Looking around himself, he waves a hand, and the door turns into wood, and he opens it. Closing the door behind him, he looks around heavily inside the workshop, and an owl hoots and flies over as he pats it fondly. He heads to a corner of the room where we see a crossbow with a glowing bolt, blue glowing boots, and a giant golden key. He says, I hope we made the right choice. The war here hasn't stopped, you know. We're tired trying to stop him. Without Isen, I don't know how long we can keep this up. Something is wrong. I hope Isen is safe. I gave your song everything I had. And he looks to a large glowing metal cube in the corner. I kept it safe. If we die, I guess it won't make a difference. They'll never remember. And they'll never know. And he hangs his head. And he reaches his hand out for the key. I miss you though, Marley. I hope you had a good life. The one you work so hard for. But I miss you all. And a tear rolls down his face as the scene fades to black.
And that's
the end of episode.
Woo!
Okay.
And the book.
Yep. And the chapter.
And the book chapter.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Brad, if I did a very bad version of Hayden's voice. I really tried.
You can always fix it in post.
Yeah.
The voice has
all right.
changed.
Thank you so much for joining us here today. If it has been your first time visiting Isen, thank you so much. And for all of our Fades who came on home to see the end of this particular chapter, thank you for joining us. It means everything to us. I'd like to give a big shout out to some peoples, the players of Book 1, and JD is one of them, and the DM of Book 1, which wrote such an amazing world, Brad Zimmerman, that I feel entirely inspired to keep writing for it and keep it alive. Although I have dredged it down into the ground currently, but
You've made it your own.
yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to reveal all of the things that the world has to offer now.
And I'm
for our new
excited to
heroes.
find out.
Yes, very, very excited. Say sorry to Pack and Save. Sorry, Pack and Save. I tried to do my It's Meat Week in my head to try and get the voice.
We've got $5 deals here at Pack and Save.
Oh, so bad. Okay, but so thank you so much, Brad, for letting me ruin/build in your world. It means a lot that you felt safe enough to hand it over to us to explore. So big thank you. But last but not least, the people who literally keep the lights on over here in Isen HQ help us pay for all the things that we do, and we are ever so grateful for your donations and the love and support that feels like as it comes through every month. Don't think you know quite how much that means to us. So big old Patreon list, and here we go. Alex White Robinson, Irene Cucci, Laura Christine Goodwin, Sam Markham, Kai Drone Files, Kai Dear Love, Victoria Garen Porter, Daniel Nichols, Violet, Squish the Guy Who Doesn't Talk on an Audio-Only Podcast, Alexandra Leckites, Andrew Evans, Chaos the Fox, Dakota Szymanski, Sean's Uncle Fingers McGee, Jared from Indie Film Review Podcast, Ezekiel Tabarelli, The Gamatron, Christian H, Sam Sarah, Disturbed One and Dead, Lyndon Hood, Hashtag Paul Smells, Erica Jane, Steffi James is awesome, Penny D from the Terrible Adventures of the Janice and Breakfast Party Company Podcast, Aaron Girl Green, Robin McLean, Moji, Torchy Barkhide, Danielle the Tea Lady, Lady of the Tea, Liquor Witch, and Liz from Movie Reviews and 20 Qs. We love you all dearly. We're gonna get out of here. Inohora, ka kite ano, aroha nui. We love you, and we'll see you again very soon. Stick around. We're not done. We have so much more story to tell. Chapter next. Big reveal on all of the socials to come. So make your guesses now as to what you think is coming. I'm very excited to see what you think it's going to be. See you then.
I think it's going to be all about pasta.
I think it's
still
We
here.
gotta go find
No,
the
no, don't go.
pasta stone.
Don't go.
We gotta go find the pasta stone.
Mamma mia.
Phew! Oh my goodness! Oh, that could have ended badly. So anyway, looks like Dexter's alive. Oh, wow, nice save, Hamlet. Pulling Dexter out of this flower trap person. And we will get Abbot Peak proper burial, which is the least we could do. Well done, everybody. Well done. We have the Earthstone. Unfortunately, I don't think it's healthy for the boys. They are talking about some visions of a desert and some ethereal people. I'm not sure about all that, but yeah, at least I think we've broken some sort of a curse. That's good. That's good for us. Shame about the play, though. Hamlet was very keen. Well, that's it for this episode. Don't forget to review us on Apple Podcasts on whenever you're listening to this, or just share us with a friend. You can also follow us on social media. Those are all at Fate of Isen, or become a patron at patreon.com/fateofisen, where for as little as $2 a month, you can support the show, join our exclusive Discord server, and get access to some sweet bonus content and rewards. Thanks for listening. See you later. Kakite!